Okay, I see Jack and Lily's case like a diesel train. It takes a while to get going, but once it's going, it takes a lot to stop it. And it's going to take a lot to derail the justice in Jack and Lily's case. I've been doing a bit of analysis, and just with Daniel, he referenced something about YouTubers. And he, as far as I'm concerned, he's either deliberately or subconsciously including himself, because he is a YouTube creator. And I'll just put that little clip in here.
Then you have YouTube creators, they just go on and, they basically become delusional.
Yeah, so delusional. He reckons they go delusional. I reckon he's speaking from experience, from his own delusion. And maybe that's what happened to him. May the 1st into May the 2nd. And just to backtrack a little bit, I'll give myself a little bit of delusion, if you like. When the witnesses came out with their statements about the car, the RCMP released that, and quickly they put out press releases and emailed the mainstream news services and stations to say that they couldn't substantiate the witnesses' claims. In other words, they hadn't got CCTV video or anything. But then around February the 6th, in Rob McCammon's interview, he says it's part of our investigation, and continues to say, obviously, it's something that happened. And I'll just play that.
In the early hours of May 2nd, we know from the court documents that 2 people in the area heard a vehicle coming and going. What can you tell me about that? Is that substantial evidence here?
We have followed up on all those areas, and we're confident in the information we've gathered, but I don't really have any direct comment about that situation. It's part of our investigation, and we'll continue on with that.
So you're not saying that it's not relevant?
Obviously, it's something that happened in the area the morning that the 2 kids went missing. We have to consider that a relevant thing to follow up with and look into, but I'm not suggesting that's creating us to consider criminal action or anything like that.
So yeah, Rob says it's something that happened. And fair enough, 2 witnesses came out with very similar statements about the night, early morning in question. But it's as if Rob knows more. It's as if they got something else. Even though 2 witnesses corroborate each other, it seems to me they have something. It's as if they've backtracked, if you like, and got themselves video or photos to corroborate the witness's story, because Rob, as I've said, he seems very sure of himself. As he said, obviously, it's something that happened. They're his words. So they've got the obvious. And one of the things that I can think of that was actually overlooked at the start was the satellite photos. as in Dr. Kumar did say the May the 1st photos were available, but she never said they got them. They just said they were available, and also said there was little, probably of little use, or words to that effect. So, to me, maybe the RCMP went back and dotted their I's and crossed their T's, and maybe they went back and got them photos, because they would have been clear images. And maybe they got images of a car in the yard that somebody said wasn't there. It'd be interesting to know. And it'd be interesting to know, like on December 16th, I put out that Eagle Eye video, and it was shared by a few creators. Charmaine did a live and she included it. That's Char's True Crime Story podcast. And like the RCMP, they do have a social media person that's viewing all the, or as much of the social media as they can get their hands on to see what people think. So maybe I'm deluding myself to think, maybe, just maybe, their social media person put forward that they possibly missed this information on the videos or the images from the satellite. Maybe that's why Rob seems very sure of himself. He uses the word obviously, and it's something that happened. Rob's a very evidence-based guy. Anyway, I'll leave it there for now. For Jack and Lily. Take care and good luck.